He's a singer, and he's a man that can shake, rattle and roll. And he takes us down memory lane week after week with Where Are They Now? And the Song of the Week. To finish the show, it's our pop encyclopedia, Shane.
How are you, mate? Oh, so good to see you. And I'm so pleased to be back here with you. And you're well.
Yes.
Well, you're well as you can
there,
be.
Shane.
You need it? So what? Can I ask what was wrong?
About 1,000 more pills will do it, I'd reckon.
Nothing to do with sausages.
Nothing to do with
You
sausage.
didn't get sausage stuck somewhere.
It was stomach problems, and
Yeah.
Many people suggested diverticulitis. I'm sure many of our viewers know about it.
I don't know about that, but
supposedly afflicts 50% of people over 50. So
I thought it might be just malnutrition. You know,
malnutrition.
you said it was a stomach problem.
But I realised, Shane, for the first time, I wasn't bulletproof. Oh, what a
For
shock.
the first time. Wow. I've seen you go down a few times, but you always get back there. You always get back up.
I'll get back.
You'll be all right.
But isn't it funny how the regular routine
Well, I was very concerned, and I called you last week just to say, hi, I'm just on my way in now. Oh, I'm so ill. Man, please don't. Oh, I said, well, you should have. Oh, I didn't even think to call you. I'm so ill. I'm so... And you poor bugger. And I felt sorry for you. But anyway, I made the most of my 2 weeks breather.
You made new friends.
No. How do you make friends? I haven't got any friends. But, no, we had a nice time. So I got busy on the house and different things. Been away with the band, the Shazam band, and went to Whangarei. And can I pat Whangarei RSA on the back?
Yes, you can.
They were fantastic. What beautiful people, and management-wise, staff-wise, hospitable. I mean, I can't fault them. And if you're in Whangarei, go to the RSA. It's right next to their theatre there, right in the centre of town. Right in the centre of town. Yeah, we all came back on a high and had a ball. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Shane, all that pales into insignificance compared to
Song of the Week. And I thought, well, look, do you watch The Voice?
now and again,
the
if
show.
I catch it.
We're plugging another show here, but The Voice, another channel. But The Voice, it's a great show, and it's worldwide. There's The Voice UK, there's The Voice Australia. Now, Boy George has just been over there as a mentor and one of the judges, sort of thing, on The Voice in Australia, and he did a great job on The Voice. But at the same time, the rest of the crew that were on there with him, the rest of the judges, etc., all said what a very difficult man he was to work with. He's a little bit
drama
queen, drama orientated, yes, and he loves drama, and that's what showbiz is all about anyway, drama, and he's certainly taken that by the throat and shook it to death, and he is a drama queen. But a great performer, and he's got a great voice. I love his voice. But he actually, while he was in Australia doing The Voice, being unliked by the rest of the cast, he actually took time out to do an old song, re-record it, and do a video and everything else. He did it for Youth Awareness Australia, and Youth Awareness sort of hired him up and said, look, what's a good song? We want to draw attention to the problems of youth. And we've got the same here, drugs, same-sex marriage,
Suicide.
all the things that troubles the youth of today. I mean, I was never worried about same-sex marriage, were you?
No.
No, I just got on with it. Well, you would, wouldn't you? I wish they would. Australia, they're so behind. They're so worried about all this drama they get. Anyway, they hired, the awareness group, they hired Boy George to do a song that would bring attention to this. And of course he had to come up with a new arrangement, and the song was, would you believe it, YMCA. Well, the connotations of that song, YMCA, it's always been, there's always been a gay side to that, it's always been a gay anthem.
It has.
And very good reason, because Village People were the people that put it out. And way back in 78 or 79...
It was huge, wasn't it?
It was spectacular.
Great disco song.
It was.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. And it all happened from a disco, a meeting in a disco, when the producer, Shark Morelli, he goes down to a gay nightclub or gay sort of bar and that, where there's disco and all that's happening and it's funky. And he's down there and he's checking it out and he sees a guy on the dance floor in this gay club. And and it was a bit of a tradition down in this New York club to dress up as different things and just get out there.
Working
and that's what
guy.
happened.
Yeah.
And the guy was there as a Native American Indian, dressed up with his whole headdress on, that Red Indian outfit, you know, the whole thing, dancing on the dance floor. And he probably had the little cheeks of his trousers cut out. Two little, you know, naked cheeks were sitting there while he was dancing. Anyway, this guy, Philip Rose, it might be Philip Rose, but anyway, this is the guy, he's sitting in there, he's the guy that's dancing, all dressed up as a Red Indian. And he sees him and he thinks, oh, that's cool, this is amazing. Then there's another guy there dressed up as a New York cop, you know, with the hat and the glasses,
That's right, yeah.
as it was, macho stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And they used to develop it, because I remember going in London to a bar in London when I first went there, and in Notting Hill Gate it was. I didn't know it was a gay bar. I honestly didn't know. And I walked in, and there was only two little old ladies. They were the only females in the bar. And I was with a couple of mates who'd been on the ship with me as we travelled over. And we were out for a drink, meeting up in Notting Hill Gate. We walked in this pub. And a funny story, but they were all guys dressed up as bikers with leather hats and peaked, you know, hats, chains and all the gear. But they definitely weren't bikers. And my good friend who was with me, one of the guys, a Kiwi guy, he was into motorbikes. And he turned around and he said to the guy at the bar, he said, so what sort of bike you got? And obviously this guy was gay and he was in his glad rags and dressed up to the nines in his leather outfit and his leather trousers and his leather jacket. And he said, bugger off, like this. And my friend, I can't remember his name now, it was so many years ago, but we'll never forget, and we were all standing at the bar and we all went, hang on a minute, this isn't straight, this place is, hey, this is a gay bar, you know. We're in the wrong place here, we're not going to get any chicks here. And we all three, and he told him to bugger off. And he went, oh. And he was really serious about it, though. He wanted to know what sort of bike he had. He was such a friendly guy. He had a friendly name, Les or something.
Sorry, he didn't say.
But it was so
bike.
funny. And I remember Notting Hill Gate it was, and that was the first pub. We all said, let's go in here. Oh, this will do, yeah, boom.
So what you're saying is that, you know, we always knew that gay people were supposedly, when we were growing up, they were effeminate. But now something was changing.
The whole thing.
They loved the macho. They loved being macho.
Well, they developed this,
worker,
construction worker, and of course...
bikies. And,
bikies and leathers and, you know, and the arms all naked.
So why did it change?
I don't know, it's a macho thing, but it was young man.
Yeah.
And it was much the same at this bar where the guy got the idea for the song. So the light bulb's gone on, boom, and he's gone away and he's sitting down, he's writing the song, and he's putting all the stereotypes in it, and he's thinking of a performance, and he said to this Philip Rose, he said, look, I'm gonna make you a star. I'm gonna write a song, and Philippe goes, oh, great, I'm so happy about that. I'll spruce up my feathers. Anyway, away he went, and he had all his stereotypes in mind for the group, you know. They're all going to dress, the construction worker, all the macho men. So he had the whole lot. And that's how the song evolved.
Was the Village People, were they all gay, or was it?
No, only two of them were gay.
Only two were gay.
Two of the gay. Of course, the guy in the feathers, the Indian guy, as in Red Indian or Native American Indian.
I think most people thought they all were gay.
No. They just brought the other guys in to do the shows and they became part of the parcel. The other guy went there, but the lead singer was a guy called Victor. Now, Victor, he was the session guy. He was a session singer. And he wrote songs too. And he actually co-wrote the song with this Morelli guy. And what happened was he sat in the studio, he was recording him, doing another record, and he said, I've got this idea for this song, to you know, the stereotypes of all the gay guys and all this sort of thing. He said, I reckon a disco hit, you know. And he said, young man. And this Victor was staying at the YMCA. Yeah. And he said, what is the YMCA? I've never heard of it. You know, he wasn't a Christian. And he said, oh, well, it's a place where we all hang out. And he said, well, come and stay there. And so he went and stayed at the YMCA. and he saw what was going on, the Young Men's Christian Association. What a great thing. Everyone's in there getting fit, getting well, they get their breakfast on the table and everything's done, and this is a wonderful, what a great organisation. This is wonderful. So he says, that's it, YMCA, and he's got the whole thing. That's how it all evolved in his mind.
Wow. Yeah.
All these things came fruition, all came together at the same time. So he had this idea for the song. So they started writing in the studio. He said, okay, and they talked about all the wonderful things that. So it was going to be an anthem, not for gay people, but for straight guys that went to the YMCA. That's how it all started. But it turned into this anthem for gay people. And of course, the YMCA were outraged when they heard that they recorded the song, because of course it was only done as an album track. It wasn't going to be released as a single. And he had this idea, and they'd done a whole lot of songs. They put out another song called Macho Man first.
Right, yes, yeah.
That was the idea for the whole thing, Macho Man, with all the gay guys dressed up as macho people, you know. So that was the idea. And it evolved from there. And when YMCA had decided, they just put that on as an album track. But everyone said, that is so camp. That is so cool. And discos, everyone, young man. You know, and it became a gay anthem. So YMCA, of course, get wise to this when it's hitting #1 in the charts, and they're freaking out and they're saying, what the hell? We're going to sue you. You're ruining our image. Anyway, they settled out of court after a bit of argument, and a bitter argument, and they had a bit of a carry-on, but they settled out of court because they turned around, they were making so much money. And at the end of the day, the YMCA came alive. Everybody wanted to go and stay at the YMCA. And that wasn't just straight people as well. Everyone wanted to be at the YMCA. What is this YMCA place, you know? You know, that is one record. It holds all sorts of records in itself. Apart from being less than 40 songs in the world that have been sold 10 million singles, 45s.
Wow.
Imagine that, 10 million of these singles.
It was about 1977, wasn't it?
78.
78, yeah.
Yeah, and they had these singles. 10 million have sold. Now, not many records have done that.
Well, getting back to the way the story started, Boy George decided to do it again.
But Boy George has done this magnificent version, I think, and that's what I wanted to feature. But that was the history of the song. It was a magic, and I think we featured it a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. What Boy George has done, he's done an acoustic version, and it's just sweet as, and it actually, listening to the lyrics, it all comes together. It's so different, and I'm proud of you, Boy George. You did a good job.
Here we go. Shane, I can surmise that tonight's Song of the Week has got to be
from Boy George, just recently in Australia, recently recorded and videoed, singing this wonderful 70s hit, Hey, YMCA.
Young man, there's no need to feel down. I said, young man, pick yourself off the ground. I said, young man, 'cause you're in a new town. There's no need to be unhappy. Young man, there's a place you can go. I said, young man, when you're short on your dough, you can stay there. And I'm sure you will find many ways to have a good time. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. They have everything for your man to enjoy. You can hang out with all the boys. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. You can get yourself clean. You can have a good meal. You can do whatever you feel. Now, young man, I was once in your shoes. I said I was down and out with the blues. I felt no man cared if I were alive. I felt the whole world seemed so uptight. night, that's when someone came up to me and said, young man, take a walk up the street. There's a place there called the YMCA that can start you back on your way. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. They have everything for you men to enjoy. You can hang out with all the boys. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. You can get yourself clean. You can have a good meal. You can do whatever you feel now.
Great song.
Now, I know you'd like that.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah,
Because I know you're a sentimental sort of guy, and you like acoustic things and nice arrangements and choirs and
no,
things.
good choice, Shane.
And I
It
mean,
got me going again after a little gap.
but it's just such a beautiful version, and slowed down and YMCA. He sings it with such emotion, and you'd think that he had stayed there. He probably has.
He was the perfect pop star, wasn't he?
He was a perfect pop star. He's been a heroin addict, recovered. He's done the whole lot. He's been to prison. He's done his time in prison for being a naughty boy, being caught with drugs.
He's ticked all the boxes.
He's ticked all the boxes. He's basically he put some guy against the wall and assaulted him in various ways, things he shouldn't do. He got caught, and of course the guy complained. He didn't enjoy that much. He only went round there to get his photo taken, and he ended up against the wall on handcuffs. And I think Boy George was giving the old whip out. But I mean, Boy George has done it all, and I can't sing his praises for that.
He ended up. What did he do? Cleaning the street.
Yeah, New York, of course, because of this misdemeanor. He got sentenced to PD, period detention, or whatever they call it. And he had to go out there, and he worked for the waste management, basically, of New York. And he had to go around sweeping up dung and crap from the gutters and everything. But the media got so intense, it became such a media circus that they said, look, you can work inside. So he went behind the gates and worked in the actual place where they do all the, shredding and whatever they do to rubbish. And he worked in the waste management factory, basically. Because they took him off the streets. It was just too much. He got more publicity out of that than he did anything else.
Now, Shane, I'm wondering, can you have a macho sausage?
Sorry. I'm feeling unwell. God. Oh, you're not that sick then, are you? You and your macho sausage. Yeah, you can have a macho sausage.
You can.
Sausages.
Down here at folks. Sterling job on sausage.
Okay, mate. I'll take it.
Wonderful job. Sterling.
It's good to see you well again. I'm just so happy you're well again.
Shane, all I can say is, Shane,
You're done.
out of the game.
It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. They have everything for you men to enjoy. You can hang out with all the boys. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. You can get yourself clean. You can have a good meal. You can do whatever you feel now.